students, welcome to today's class. Today we are going to look at the human eye structures. So first let's look at the parts of an eye. As you can see in the slide, we have sclera, we have cornea, pupil, lens, we have iris, we have ciliary body, we have choroid, retina, we have fovea, and we have the optic nerve. So let's look at the first part, that is cornea. Cornea is a clear lens in front of an eye. It is transparent, covering of the front of the eye, allows for the passage of light into the eye and functions as a fixed lens. So that's the functions of cornea. Then it allows for the passage of light into the eye, and it also focuses the light. That is the functions of cornea. Let's look at pupil. Pupil is a black hole. As you can see in my eye, we have the black hole that is called iris, where light enters the eye. We have two parts of pupil. We have dilated and we have constricted pupil. The difference is the dilated pupil is such that it has a larger hole, but compared to constricted pupil that has a smaller. Pupil size is controlled by iris muscle, that is the pupil. Functions of pupil: the hole where light enters into the eye. That is the functions of a pupil. When the eye needs more light to enter, or when it is dark, the pupils get larger, allowing more light to enter the eye. This is seen when you are in darkness, or let's say at night. The pupils get larger to allow or to create more space for the light to enter the eye, so that you can view what you wanted to see. So the pupil of an eye, when the eye needs less light to enter, or when it is very bright, like now I'm in bright conditions, so the pupils get smaller. When the pupil gets smaller, it allows less light to enter the eye. The next part is iris. So let's now look at iris. It is the colored part of an eye. It controls light entering the eye. Let's look at its functions. Controls the amount of light entering the eye. That is one of the functions of iris. Let's look at sclera. Sclera is the white part of an eye. As you can see in mine, my eye has the whitish part. So now let's look at the white part. So it is the white part of the eye. It supports eyeball, provides attachment for muscles. It provides attachments of muscles. Okay, sclera. It is a tough white skin made of tissue that covers all the eyeball except the cornea. So it is the white, it covers all the part of the eye except cornea. Now let's look at the functions of sclera. It supports the eyeball and provides attachments of muscles. Muscles in an eye, we have muscles that are able for you to position the eye. Let's look at the lens. The lens is behind the pupil. Okay, as you know, we have two types of lenses. We have converging and diverging. The lens of an eye is converging lens. Okay, it allows us to see objects near and far. That is the functions of a lens. allows us to see objects near and far. Let's look at the other part of an eye, that is retina. We have retina. It is an internal membrane. It contains light receptive cells that are rods and cones. Converts light to electrical signals. That is the functions of a retina. Converts waves to electrical signals. Parts. Let's look at another part, that is optic nerve. Optic nerve transmits the electrical impulses from retina to the brain. Okay, as we know the functions of an eye, of a nerve sends impulses to the brain for interpretation. So, in a human eye, we have some nerves that are known as optic nerves. It creates impulses from retina to the brain, creates blind spots. Brain takes inverted images and flips it so we can see. Functions of an optic nerve. It transmits electrical signals from retina to the brain. That is the functions of optic nerve. Now let's look at the blind spot. That is a part of an eye. Blind spot is found on retina, where optic nerve leads back into the brain. They have no rod and no cones, unlike the other one that adds rods and cones. So here, blind spot doesn't have rods and cones. Other eye compensates for this area. Okay, you can try that by doing an experiment to check on the blind spot. The eyes, the blind spot. Okay, on retina, where optic nerve leads back into the brain, no rods, and that is what you have just said, they don't have rods and cones. Okay, that is the structure of a human eye, on how it focuses image and how the image is being produced in the back of an eye, that is in the retina, and how the lenses makes the image. As you can see, a person riding a bicycle, the converging lens is able to produce image that is inverted in the back of an eye, but it is later. But impulses are transmitted to the brain by the optic nerves for the image interpretations. That brings the image into reality. Your two lenses are cornea and lens. We have two lenses, that is cornea and lens. Okay, first of all, the cornea is the front surface of the eye. Most of the focusing in your eye. The lens provides adjustable fine-tuning of the focus. That is cornea. How your lens focuses. Your lens has a small depth of field. You can't see something close and far with both objects in focus at the same time. You cannot see close and far with both objects in the focus at the same time. That is not possible at all. Okay, hold out your thumb about a foot away from your eye. Then alternatively, focus on thumb and me right above the thumb. That is like an experiment to check whether you can see two objects at once at the same time. Note that you cannot see both me and your thumb sharply and focus at the same time. You are focused on one or other by changing the bulge of your lens. That is how the lens works. As you can see, that is the experiment that I've just said. We have a person, we have a thumb, and we have teacher is in focus, that is a lens. Thumb is in focus. So you can see two things at once. It is impossible by the lens. Okay, focusing problems. These are the human eye defects. We have hyperopia. That is the human eye defects. As you can see, the image of an object that you have seen is not produced in the main, in where the image should be produced, but it is being produced at the far end. That is farsightedness. Problem seeing close objects. That is the problem of seeing close objects. That is the human eye defect. Distance between lens and retina are too small. That is the defect of an human eye called hyperopia. The distance between the lens and the retina is too small. Light focused behind retina. As you can see, the image is formed beyond the retina where the images should be produced, or where the images are being produced normally. Can be corrected by converging lens. As we saw before, we have the two types of lenses. We have the converging lenses and diverging lenses. So to rectify the problem of the hyperopia, you need to use the converging lenses. That is how the first structure shows us how the farsightedness defect looks like, and in the second one is how it is being corrected. As you have seen, the lenses that have been used there is the converging lenses. This allows the image to be produced in the retina where they should be produced normally. Unlikely when you have the farsightedness, that is, the image has been produced beyond retina. Another focusing problem, we have presbyopia, that is from farsightedness. It is a form of farsightedness. As you can see how that person is holding or reading a book, he needs to put it far so that he can read it clearly. So that is presbyopia. It is a form of farsightedness. Harder for people to read as they age. That is a defect of on a human eye. Lens loses elasticity. That causes presbyopia. It can be corrected by glass with converging lens. This is to allow the formation of the image in where they should be, as we had seen in the figure that was above. Focusing problems, you have myopia, that is the near-sightedness, unlike the other one that was the far-sightedness. This is now near-sightedness. Problem seeing objects far away. Distance between lens and retina are too large. Light focused in front of retina. This can be corrected by using diverging lenses. Diverging lenses allows the rays in an object that you have seen to allow the image to be formed in retina where it should be formed. Here, images are formed before where they should be formed, or before formation of the images in the retina. Okay, this can be corrected by using the divergence lens. As you can see how the divergence lens looks like. That is the correction of myopia or near-sightedness. And that is the end of our presentation. Thank you for being our cooperative class. See you next time. Bye.